So far, I've had no problems. I bought 3 properties here already, besides the one that I live in. I ran some issues last Monday.
You turn that ladder or move it, please, bud.
Blind.
Blind me with that light. You gotta think.
Mark, Jason, he's talking about you.
Some issues with one of the city council. Mark Decker. My kids plays baseball in the park. You guys are filling that land across from the baseball field. I think it's Avenue R, maybe?
Yes, sir. The pit.
The pit.
Yes, sir.
Correct. Well, I was in my golf cart Monday, and I decided to take 2 buckets of broken tiles. My kids like to throw them in the water, you know, kid stuff. So I have a 1-year-old, 4-year-old, and a 6-year-old. On my way there, I was driving down the road as I passed Mark Decker. He was talking to another city official who was facing the wrong way in the street. So as I went around him, came to the stop sign, my golf cart died. So I tried to push the golf cart back home. I had 3 kids and my wife in there. He just drove by me. Now that it's his job to do anything about it, now the city official will be nice, especially I got 3 kids in there and I'm pushing the car myself. He could at least said, can we do something for you? Can we help you? It's good public relations. Don't get me wrong, it's not his job, he doesn't have to do anything. That's besides the point. That's just his character. I pushed the car back home. I was able to fix it. I was able to go back to my kids' game. So I'm sitting in the park on the side of the road, and my kids are throwing rocks into the track pit. But Mr. Decker pulled up his motorcycle, stopped in the middle, started screaming at me. I'm talking. He was screaming. He scared the crap out of my 3 little kids. He asked me, what do you think you're doing here? You're not supposed to be doing stuff in there. Well, why don't you first ask me like normal people? I ran into the court enforcement plenty of times. I had chickens in my house. I ate the chickens. I was supposed to have them. Allegedly. I have no issues with him. He was nice about it. He told me what the problem was. It took me a while to get the chickens away from my kids, but we solved the problem. I got no problem with him. What I'm trying to say is that he's giving this city a bad reputation. My kids don't want to see him going down the street and go right there. Daddy, there goes that mean guy. So we were talking and I asked him, what is the jurisdiction? How can you tell me what to do? What's your name? Can you show me your business card or something? He just kept screaming. He goes, I'm going to call the cops. And he went down the street. There was an officer down the street taking care of a problem in the house. So the police officer came to me. And he finished accosting me for no apparent reason just because he told the cop to go over there and accost me some more. He could have asked me first, do you have permission, sir? What are you doing? Just like regular people who talk. Just like I'm sitting here talking to you guys right now. There was no need to screaming and acting like that in the middle of going on a motorcycle, scaring my 3 kids. So that's the issue that I have. If he would have been nice about it, I wouldn't be here talking right now. And for what I hear in town, he's got many a problem with people. I'm not the only person. And he's giving you guys a bad name. You guys are city officials. We are the voters, taxpayers. We want to be treated with respect. Don't come and scream to me in front of my 3 little kids. It just doesn't look right. Not very unprofessional. I was reading under the city charter, Article 3, Section 3.03, the specific powers and duties. Nowhere in there says that he should be acting like a police officer, going around screaming at people. He drove by a police officer. He could have told the police officer, listen, we're having a guy over there throwing stuff in the rock pit. Can you please go over there and see what's going on? It's not his job to come and scream at me. Does his bond covers that? If there were no conflict between him and me, because I didn't recognize him when he first came up in his motorcycle. I don't know who it was. Somebody screaming at me. My people start getting behind me like they were scared. What if that would have escalated? Is his bond going to go up to cover that? That's a liability for the city. It needs some PR. That's my opinion. And I'm also reading here, city council shall assure that an effective procedure is established and maintained whereby the inquiries or citizens are promptly responded to and their complaints about the performance of the city government are promptly recorded, addressed, and resolved. So which city council do I go to file, for that complaint? Who
This,
puts that
this city wouldn't really have any jurisdiction unless you're alleging something specific. You have the ability to go to the state of Florida, the Commission on Ethics, and file a complaint or a grievance with them. That would normally be the mechanism over an elected official.
Okay, so what says here then, the city charter will mean nothing then?
What I'm saying is the body that you would go to is the Florida Commission on Ethics.
Okay. Alright, and,
You should be able to go online and find them. I think you could file a complaint electronically.
so this is no good then, this Article 3, Section 3.03 has nothing, the council not supposed to do anything then? They're not supposed to take care of this like says in the city charter then? Is that what you're telling me?
The proper procedure would be go to the Florida Commission on Ethics.
The proper procedure, but I understood that this is the proper procedure too, but it says in the charter here.
There's no mechanism for the
Oh,
city
so they don't
council
have one,
to
okay.
do enforcement against another elected official. That's what I'm telling you,
Okay.
there's a commission on ethics that handles.
I know about that commission ethic too, but I was reading the city charter, and that's what it says here, so I
You
figured
can
that.
certainly
what it
cite to
says
them
here,
whatever you feel was violated, that's your prerogative to do,
yeah. Okay,
but that's the proper body. This body has no mechanism to sanction or censure or remove or suspend. I don't know what you would be seeking, but there's no,
I'm seeking a concern, that's it.
and it's been noted for the record, it won't be in the minutes, but other than that, he's an
Okay.
elected official like everybody else, and that's the proper procedure.
Can I ask a question? Okay. When, like he says, it's in the charter.
Mhm.
I mean, where it is, where it isn't, what it says, I don't know. But when it's in the charter like that, why is it there? There's probably a whole lot of stuff that's in there that doesn't belong there. So should we get rid of that or what?
No, I can't even begin to answer that question. I mean, the charter is the Constitution. That's what you go by. He's voicing a complaint. He feels that an elected official violated a section of the charter. His recourse is to go to Tallahassee, file a complaint, and then may or may not, what they'll do with it goes from there. The charter has meaning, it's what governs y'all, so you can't just willy-nilly remove stuff just because you don't have a way to enforce something in the charter, so that's the proper
Okay.
protocol.
I understand.
Can I file a FOIA request for his bond?
I would have to, you could file a request through the city clerk, how that works with our insurance carrier. I'm not sure, but certainly you can pursue whatever you feel is appropriate.
Okay.
Send it over to insure, yeah, and then they would take it over, because we have a surety that posts everything, so if you file something.
I just like to know what he's covered, he's allowed to do that, go in the street, harass people, accost people like that, I mean, I'm sure he's not covered for that. His job is right here.
Well, and again, you can pursue whatever you feel is appropriate, but you asked the question and I answered it, and so at this point in time, there's, what you noted is down by the clerk, it'll be recorded in the minutes.
Okay.
But other than that, there's really no action the city can take as a cumulative body. The mechanism is different for a city employee versus an elected official. city employees governed by the personnel policy. There's a series of, if a complaint is made and how that's handled internally within the city, but an elected official is governed.
Okay.
Okay?
Thank you.
Let me respond to that now. Yeah, you have.
And you may or may not want to.
But that's up to you. You may want to or may not. I don't know where this is going. But there's your side of the story too, I'm sure.
Well, first of all, I'd like to say that I went to pick up my wife. I know you don't like to be late to pick up your children. And that's where I was going when I passed you. I was talking to city water employee. Second of all, I noticed you had 3 buckets of tile in your golf cart.
Mhm.
And I did suspect that you were going up there. However, you threw that, were throwing that. Just tell the council where you parked your golf cart to throw the tile in the water.
I did that on the side of the road.
You were on the side of Avenue or
Yeah.
along the road, where everybody can go by and see you throwing that in there. So,
Anybody can
we
say
don't
from
need-
calling it.
Let him finish.
Okay.
We don't need
Apologize.
people going by you and see you throwing whatever it was into those ponds. And my statement to you was, I said, hey buddy, I don't think you should be throwing that in there. And then I was abruptly told that I wasn't allowed to restrict the public. There was no reason for me to restrict the general public. And I think the idea of going alongside the highway and throwing whatever it may be, you may have had permission to go in that. We've had given permission for people to go back in there and throw concrete blocks, whatever, where our dozers can push, or our backhoes, whatever they are, can push that stuff in those ponds. But to be sitting there in front of the general public and throwing whatever it was in there, I'm assuming it was those 3 buckets of tile that you were getting rid of, was the wrong place and the wrong time to do such a thing, even with your children there. And I don't remember screaming and hollering you. As a matter of fact, I think you made a couple of statements, and I said, look, I'm not going to argue with you. I know where the police are, and I'll send them up. Now we can have the police come in and say how you acted to them. Because I've spoken to them, and I don't think you were very polite to the police.
No?
Well, we're not gonna
That's-
debate it. I
that's-
mean, that's, but
You know, we're gonna court here. Everything you say is
That's
really not how it really happened. I have no reason why to be here, and why do I gain or come here and lie? I don't even know you. I have nothing against you. I have nothing against anybody. That's the reason I came from the big city. I got tired of the politics and the dirty
I
stuff.
don't care where
That's
you
why I'm
come
here.
from.
So I have no reason. And you're not interrupting me. Please don't be rude. As he said, wait for me to finish. I have nothing against this man. I don't even know this man personally. There's no reason for me to come here and try to start something. What's the point? It's just the way he approached me, it was all wrong. To begin with, it's not even his job to be screaming at people. Like I said, if it would have been nice, would have said something, I would say, yeah, before I had, permission to throw stuff in there. And I'm just there with the kids having fun. It's not like I need to go with I own a construction company. I have a trailer setting my porch and park in front of my house. I do not need to go over there and dump garbage. I don't need it.
you made your statement and he answered it and Steve gave you the information.
Okay, so that's where we at. Alright, and hopefully I don't have no more runs into him. I don't want no problems. Like I said, I moved here because I want to be peaceful and quiet. I have a big family and that's all I care about. I don't care about nothing else. I don't have time to be here doing this. I could be home with my 3 kids. I work very hard. I get home very late every day from working. I work out of town. I don't have to take my time for this. I got nothing against this man. You're wasting your own time. I mean, it makes no sense. If I didn't have a legitimate complaint.
Do you have permission? Does he have permission from you to dump in that pond?
No, we haven't had anybody.
The reason we like to get permission is that way it don't get carried away because we're allowed to put certain stuff in there. We're trying to fill it up. But if people see everybody just dumping in from the side of the street or in there and don't have permission, then something pops up in there, batteries or tires, then the city's liable. So, I mean, permission is one thing, but,
And I wasn't a go. I'm sorry. I wasn't in a golf cart, it's not like I was in a dump truck or nothing.
No, but it just, I mean,
Yeah.
you never know, people put batteries in golf carts and they'll dump. That's an issue, man, but I think this thing here escalates back before the tile thing. You mentioned the chicken thing earlier and all of that, but,
But that has nothing to do with him, I don't think.
Uh,
I just mentioned that, I'm
no,
saying.
no, I'm not saying that.
Yeah, I'm
But
just,
it was about the rooster.
Yeah.
And you said you wasn't allowed to have the chickens, you're allowed to have the chickens. But with the permit,
yeah,
but you have a rooster and, you know, Kevin went and told you couldn't have the rooster. You told Kevin or Jerry Lynn, your mom told Kevin, and he told Jerry Lynn that, our policy wasn't legal, and our code enforcement wasn't legal. You could have the rooster. And that, I think this escalates to all of that, but you made your point, you got your information, and Adam, I ain't forgot you. I mean, you had a question, I ain't forgot you.
it has nothing to do with the rooster.
Okay,
thing.
I'm just
The
saying
reason
this-
why I brought the rooster thing up, I'm trying to prove a point that I had a serial official come to me, he was nice about it, we talked, we delegated whatever it was, and I still see him, I say hello, he says hello, I still talk to him, I got no problem with him. It's just the way that it went about it. That's the issue that I have. It has nothing to do with the roosters or the chicken, nothing to do with that. The only reason why I brought it is because I'm trying to prove a point. Like I said, he came up to me and we resolved the problem, you know, and then I have, you know, we'll still talk. I see him on the street, I say hello, this and that, and I don't got no problem. If he would have came to my house screaming at me, you gotta get on the rooster or this or that, it would have been a different story. He was very professional about it. That's all I'm saying. That's the reason why I brought the rooster thing up. Not because, you know, I have it in for the city now because he told me that I have to get rid of my rooster, which is, you know, that's the only reason why I brought it up.
Okay.
I suggest that maybe the two of you could get together somewhere outside of where everybody's at. Just try to solve this and try to, you know, just shake hands and say, this happened, let's go on.
Like I said,
That's the way I would handle it.
I don't, you know, believe in holding grudge against anybody or anything. It's just, it was a concern that I had, that's all.
Okay.
I don't wanna be in this city and just have problems with everybody. That's
Yeah,
not what
I
I'm
understand
looking
that.
for. That's the reason why I came to this city and the reason why I invested in this town. Because of that. I want peace and quiet. Okay? Alright, thank you.
This is just on behalf of,
Come up, state your name.
All right.
Jason, I keep calling you. Jason.
this is just on behalf of him. When he was making his comments and statements, Martin stated that he's never had an issue with this type of situation. And just on behalf of the board, I just wanted y'all to acknowledge that this ain't the first complaint, right? Of him having issues with yelling and cussing and honoring the community.
I haven't had any of the meetings.
So I haven't myself made a complaint. I made one with the attorney, with her. I filed a complaint about him jumping off the golf cart, screaming, hollering at my dad, calling my mom a bitch. I mean, so this is the first
I ain't no lie.
Don't shake your head.
But again, it's, this council doesn't have jurisdiction over a place like that. Again, you can go and take care of that, so, you know.
Here's the issue I have, is he's an elected official, correct?
Yes.
Who gives an elected official the jurisdiction to go out here and scream and cuss and holler at these individuals out here? We're supposed to look up to people like him, correct? Should I have to worry about if I got an issue to go, hey, Pat, I got this going on. I gotta be in fear that she's gonna cuss and holler and scream at me? This is ridiculous. That's the issue. I know I can't complain and I can't make it. I gotta go the proper route. All I wanted to do, for the record, for this guy, he's making a complaint, is this is not the first issue. This is going on in Lee County right now with their mayor. The same at
That's in
Cape Coral.
Cape Coral.
It's the same issue. You're an elected official. You're subdued to a higher standard than just me. I can curse you out and holler and scream at you and there's nothing you can do to me. But that's the difference, is I'm not an elected official. This guy right here is obviously, I've talked to many people in this town. This guy has gone beyond the duties of his job His job ain't to go curse people out and holler and scream at people.
Well, what
make people
Steve's trying to
upset.
tell you is,
I understand what you're saying.
I have no more power than they do.
And I understand that. I just want it for the record that this ain't the first time it's
Well, and
happened.
then we have it
We
again,
have-
you know, we have them down in the minutes and, you know,
That's all I wanna bring.
Okay.
Is this guy, something needs to be done. And that's the bottom line. He needs to go.
Anybody else? Oh, we got one more in the citizens, nothing?